Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. Good morning. Today is Saturday, November 12th, and we do have a birthday today. Today is Georgia's birthday. So Georgia, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Georgia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday because you're the only one that told me you had a birthday today. Also, it's Lori and Larry Sample's 6th wedding anniversary. They got married in 2016. So Lori, I keep calling you Laura. I think I got Little House on the Prairie on my mind because Jimmy was talking about Little House on the Prairie when we were over the other day. So now it's just on my mind. But Lori and Larry, today is your anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary. Speaking of Jimmy, we were talking the other day because he just loves Little House on the Prairie. His favorite episode, I guess, was the pilot episode where Mr. Ingalls trudged through the snow to bring the Ingalls girls their Christmas gift, which was a tin cup with a candy cane. I said, well, that's what I'm going to get you for Christmas. He said, yeah, thanks a lot. Just shows you back then, people appreciated things so much more. Also, Susan Radar, who's Sparkling Susan, her dad is going to have some surgery on Monday at 2 p.m. I'll remind you again on Monday. I'll remind you again tomorrow. But if you could say some prayers for Susan's daddy, that would be really good. If you watch her on Facebook, you see all the pictures. He's a nice-looking man, and she's just, she's a little worried. So if we could keep her in our prayers over the weekend, say extra prayers when you go to Mass or church tomorrow, your services, that would be greatly appreciated. I just know that Susan would love that. Jim and I have 2 different estimators coming out today to give us an estimate on our gutters. This gutter over here leaks because of this tree, which Jim wants to cut down, and I absolutely refuse to let him. Him and Jason have signed a petition. I says, I overrule your petition because, no, I love it. Yeah, I love that tree because it's where my birds hang out. I know there's a lot of leaves. And you know what? This year, I'm the one that did the leaves. So he can't even say, I mean, he does them every year. But, I mean, I'm the one that did the leaves this year, me and David, or David and I. And today, my next door neighbor on the other side, Greg, came over and did them. He was so nice. He's just so nice. So I wrote him a little thank you note, and we got him a gift card to go out to eat. I didn't tell him there was a gift card in it. I just told him that I was taught that you always have a written, which I was taught, which is not a lie. I was taught that you give somebody a handwritten thank you note, just to show your appreciation. If they took the time and the effort to do something for you, you can take a couple minutes to sit down and write a little thank you note. So I gave him that. And then the one we think we're going to get a good price because we had scheduled the one company to come. I think it was Leaf Guard, that they're going to come this afternoon. And I was talking to Danny last night because he usually comes to see me every week, but he was working out of town this week, so he just called me instead. And I was telling him, he was saying, oh, you got plans for Saturday? And, I told him, I said, well, I got, somebody coming. And he says, well, why did you tell me? My best friend does that for a living. I go, well, send him on over. He says, he'll give you a better deal, which I think we'll get the better deal from his friend. I really do. So we've got 2 estimators coming out today. So we're going to do that. And then to stay on plan. It's hard for me the weekends. The weekends are so hard. And you know what? I don't know why. I'm retired. I tell you that all the time. I'm retired. Saturday is the same as Monday to me. I mean, I don't do anything that much different. Although it's just been ingrained in me because I've worked for so many years. I've worked since 1987 until I retired in 2013. So I just was constantly working. I mean, I worked in between, like when Jim wasn't working, like if he was laid off or something, I took like little side jobs. I worked as a bookbinder at a book company. I've told you that story where I had to go to the bathroom and they wouldn't let me go, so I went anyhow. But when I came back, I picked up my pile because you just put it on the, you sat, it was a line job. At least you could sit. But I put them on all upside down. So if you ever read a book that the pages are upside down, that was me. I did that for a while. I worked at Ludington News, where I was a distributor for the party stores, and, you know, like they put the orders in for the magazines. Back in the day when magazines were the thing, there was all kinds of magazines. It was so nice because where I worked there, you could go, and as long as you tore the cover off, they could return the cover and get credit for the magazine, so you could get it. So I always had like Time magazine and People and all of the things that were like Life magazine and Look magazine and Saturday Evening Post, all those magazines that are gone now. But, and then like the National Geographic. So it really helped out with my kids when they were doing their projects, because when you had to make your collages and stuff and you had to cut out pictures, I just bring home the magazine that kind of pertained to what their subject was, because there were a lot of magazines. The section I worked in was for the pornographic magazines. So for the girly books, the girly books. So because that was before Playgirl. I always loved that the men had to come over and ask me for a particular book. And then I'd rip the cover off. I hand them the book. So I worked there. Where else did I work? So many little factories that I worked at. I worked at like the fruit market and stuff. So my point is that I always had weekends off because I always worked Monday through Friday. Other than when I was in retail. When I worked in retail, I didn't have weekends off. Very rarely. But I just always got into the habit of, well, it's the weekend. Now I can just go crazy. It's like, you know. And then how many times, I mean, not eating on Fridays can sometimes be a detriment to me because I wake up on Saturdays famished. And so Saturdays I do tend to go a little crazy if I'm not conscious of my food choices. I know it would probably be better just to start eating a little more on Fridays, but you know, like I'm 72. I've been doing it since I can't tell you when, since I was like 5 or 6. So it's just ingrained in me that on Fridays, you don't eat meat, although we can eat meat now. The Catholic Church, you can eat meat. Only during Lent. During Lent, you can't eat meat, or you're not supposed to eat meat. And but I follow that all year round. I don't eat meat on Fridays. So that keeps me from eating out. Unless I'm going to go to a fish place and then I'm just going to get fish and chips, which is not good. That's really high in points and calories and fats and everything. So we for the most part, don't eat out on Friday nights. So on Saturdays, I wake up, I'm really hungry. Saturdays is really the only day I eat 3 meals because I'm hungry from Friday. But I'm really working on trying to eat better on Saturdays, make smarter choices on Saturdays, because I weigh myself on Mondays. So I used to weigh myself on Saturdays because I thought Saturdays was a good day to keep me reined in and not go crazy. And because I knew that if I weighed in on Saturday, if I went crazy Saturday and Sunday, at least I have Monday through Friday to, I said that wrong. I weighed myself on Saturdays because I knew I was going to go crazy. That was it. I weighed myself on Saturdays because I always knew I was going to go crazy on Saturday and Sunday because I weighed myself in the morning, and then it was like a free-for-all because I was hungry from Friday and I went crazy. So I switched my weigh-in days till Mondays because I thought that would keep me more in check, which it does. So I'm more conscious of my food choices on Saturday and Sunday. I still eat 3 meals on Saturdays, but they're healthy meals and they're not going crazy because it's too easy to just say, well, I went crazy today. I got tomorrow. I might as well just eat what I want because I'll just start again on Monday. Everybody starts again on Monday. And you just have to think that it's just not worth it. I know that for most people have Saturdays off, and it gives you more time to do stuff. So it gave me more time to eat rather than to think, well, I got more time. I can go for a more leisurely walk. I can, make a food plan for the coming week. I mean, there's so many things you can do on a Saturday rather than eat. And for so many years, I just figured that Saturday and Sunday was a free-for-all and I can eat what I want. And a lot of times I just bailed because it was hard. It really was hard to stay on plan on the weekends. We usually ate out for sure on Saturdays. It's when we always went out with friends. We went bowling. We were on a bowling league on a Saturday night. So they always go out afterwards for breakfast. Which meant that on Sundays when you woke up, because you ate so late, you woke up hungry. At least I did. If I eat at night, late at night, I wake up in the morning very hungry. I don't know. And I'm not hungry because I had a good sized meal before that. But it's just easy to bail on yourself. It really is. And I think a lot of times you just lie to yourself. You just say, well, it's not going to hurt if I just have this, because, you know, I'm going to get weighed on a Monday. I have tomorrow on Sunday. I can do better on Sunday. And that just hasn't worked for me in the past. So it all comes down to you get what you focus on. If you focus on thinking that you can do whatever you want, and then on Monday you're just going to start again, you're going to be starting again every week. And I don't want to keep starting again. I just don't. I want to continue on. I just want to continue on. And the only way I'm going to continue on is following my plan 7 days a week. That doesn't mean that I'm going to wait, which I do for so many years. When I would weigh myself, I would wait until the weekend to reward myself for being so good during the week. You know, I don't need to reward myself with food. I can fit in whatever I want during the week into my points. I don't need to go crazy on the weekends. And I don't need to think, well, you know what, on Saturday, this was my thought process before. On Saturday, after I get weighed, I'm just going to go to Burger King. And then I'm going to get a Hershey pie because I love their little Hershey pies. And I'm going to get the big Whopper with the big fries and a big big Coke. And then it just, you know, I'm going to have a big breakfast. You know, I'm going to have that for dinner. No, if I want something like fast food or something now, I plan for it during the week and just figure it into my points. And it's a lot of points. And so I have to really do a lot of figuring. And now that I'm back with a new determination to finish the year strong, I'm stronger now. I really am stronger. And I know you could be too. So let's not let this weekend get away from us. Let's just plan to do well and not revolve it around food. Revolve our weekends around activities, whether it's getting out for a walk or going to visit a friend, something. Just not food. And I have to keep reminding myself of that sometimes. And I'll keep reminding myself until I reach my goal. And once I reach my goal, I'll remind myself that, you know what? The reason you got to your goal is because you were strong on the weekends. So let's be ultra strong this weekend. All of us. So that's going to do it for tonight or today. It's not even nighttime. It's daytime. My birds, I thought I'd have more birds visiting, but they didn't. So anyway. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. Stay safe, be healthy, be kind. Have a good weekend. Don't go crazy. I plan on staying on track this weekend, definitely.